Minnesota Golden Gophers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Spartans will kick it away to start us off. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll run it to the right. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Dropping back, it's Lindsey. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
You gotta like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Try to get it to the edge. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Golden Gophers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Golden Gophers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Quarterback moving. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there, more and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
Back to throw, it's Lindsey. Quickly complete. At the 45 on his way. Oh, he's got some space. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
The Golden Gophers are flying down the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll send the tight end in motion. The corners are walked up tight. Keep it on the ground. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
And the Golden Gophers come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. Looking to throw, it's Lindsey. Lets it go to the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football, and you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
Hey, you come out early in the game, you're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these fourth downs. You didn't get that one, but don't let it be a detriment moving forward. If you want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
Going right to work up top. Connection to the right. Lots of room to run. Past the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Sparty.
Man, football, there is so many weapons now with small slots and big wide receivers. And then you got the tight ends now that have the speed to catch the football, chew up ground, and get to the end zone and make those big plays like he did right here.
And he made the extra point without problem. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
So now it's second and long. Now they'll run the draw. Shakes off the defender. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They come to the line facing third and long from the 25.
42 Spider. 42 Spider.
Looking to throw, it's Lindsey. Finds his tight end. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
On his way back from the 20. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. A run for the quarterback. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll give it to the back. Creates a little space. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. The green and white love that tough guy reputation, and they're getting it done on the ground.
Yeah, that's exactly who this program is. That's what they're built on. Every team you go back in the history of Michigan State, you're going to find what? A bell cow running back that you can feed.
And the Spartans have it with a 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
The Spartans can really attack on this 2nd and short. Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on 1st down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different that can give this offense something to think about.
From the gun, running back on the move. Gets it past the marker. Touchdown, Michigan State! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy, he makes a big play. Yes, please.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a man. It's Lindsey. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. A strike downfield. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Nice job by the quarterback and receiver working the curl route. Receiver got his depth, and he fought back to the football, helping make that completion a whole lot easier.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Breaks the tackle.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Looking for a man. It's Lindsey. That's reeled in. It's Taylor. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Wants to throw it. Right on the money. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down.
And listen, you get zone coverage and you can hit that curl route and he comes open continually, keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they'll run it. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this game.
The Golden Gophers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Just feeds the running back. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And the Golden Gophers will line it up on 1st and 10. The give is to Taylor. Turning it on. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last play.
1st and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. Back to throw. It's Lindsey. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone, because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. From the gun, the give, looking for room. Now they've got breathing room, got 6 all the way out to the 20.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Spartans in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
Spartans come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Dropping back, it's Childs. Throws to the tight end. Grabbed in the middle, it's Belly. Good, solid pickup on that one, and they've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the big fella.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
And the Spartans with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. This quarterback part of their running game. Tackle is made at the 48. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the 1st down.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, you know, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the 4th quarter.
Got it in the middle, it's Marsh. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before. He makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
The Spartans pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Childs. Right down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And how many first downs is that, guys? On this drive alone, this defense has got to find a way to get off the field. They're playing way too many snaps.
And the Spartans getting set on 1st and 10. Using his feet. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
They'll move the wide receiver. The give to the tailback. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. To pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. A designed run for the quarterback. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to pass, it's Lindsey. Working that left side now. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Well, I love the body control there by the running back. He had to catch that right on the sideline, make sure he had his feet in bounds, try and pick up some positive yards.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on 2nd down. Back to pass. Grab near the sticks. It's Tracy. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down. Wants to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to throw again. This time on target. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. Looking to throw for it. Grab behind the line. It's Tracy. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down. The inside handoff. They'll pick up 4, second and 6 coming. The Golden Gophers moving quickly to the line. Wants to throw. It's Lindsey. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. The DBs will back off a bit. On third down, he drops to throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And the Golden Gophers line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Punt is on its way. Here's the return. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking to throw, it's Child. He finds a dead spot in the middle. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. The Spartans can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They go to the ground. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw on first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Spartans! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. It's a draw. Across the 25, he's got room. Breaks into the open. Big gainer there that'll look good in the stat column, but not quite enough to put any points on the board before time expires here in the first half. The Golden Gophers will kick it away to crank up the second half. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass, it's Child. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Wide receiver comes in motion. 3rd down play from the gun. Catch in the middle, it's Belling. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
Motion from the wideout. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. There he goes. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And the Spartans look to keep this drive humming. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Shoots it to the left. It's caught. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Really nice job on that throw, just giving his guy an opportunity to catch the ball. It kind of reminds me about Bill Burke, a guy I played against back in the Citrus Bowl when I was playing. He was throwing to Plaxico Burress, and he just kept putting the football in Plax's range, and we just couldn't stop the two of them. They went up and down the field on us all day long throwing it. If you just give your guy a chance like he did right there, I don't know if this defense can stop him.
He'll pull it down. They finally get him on the ground, but before he rips off enough for a first down.
Well, he's showing you all the tools in the toolbox now. We saw earlier in the game his ability throwing the football, and now you're getting to see it with him running too. This guy is the definition of a dual threat quarterback, and right now this defense has no answer for him.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wide receiver going in motion. Caught in the backfield, it's Marsh. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
The Spartans have it in scoring position on first and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. Touchdown, Sparty! And the stomping has commenced.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Set to kick this one away.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
And the Golden Gophers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking downfield, it's Lindsey. Fires to the right. intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have
just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. Touchdown, Michigan State. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
That is exactly what most offenses will do. Big momentum play. My defense creates a turnover. I'm being aggressive. I'm going for the big score, the big play down the field. They get rewarded. They get the big passing touchdown.
38, Minnesota, 7.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Rides the back and leaves it. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on second down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
Looking downfield, it's Lindsey. Zings it complete to the right. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Interception, and things are going from bad to worse.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. It's caught downfield. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the 2nd half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll keep it on the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. Well, they've already made one. The holder will put it down at the 38 for a 48-yard attempt. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. Well, they missed the field goal. That's about the only thing that hasn't gone their way in this one.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. To the air, it's Lindsey. Release to the back. The short hands, it's Taylor. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Fires to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on me on second down.
The Golden Gophers come to the line in the hurry-up.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now,
oh, he's got some space. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Minnesota! Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. Just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
And the extra point is good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he closed the deal by racing 35 yards to pay dirt. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Childs. Bringing the heat. Plows through the defense. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. And we're just about ready to go with the final quarter. So first down will open up the final period. Use the play fake, now to throw. He wants to go deep. Got it in stride inside the 20. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. And even in the fourth quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive, pedal to the metal.
That big play has them in business. First and 10 inside the 20. Sends it back in motion. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Grab behind the line. It's Frazier. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Keeps it on the draw. Still on his feet. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
Sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that done.
And the Spartans will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Gets the back moving. They'll run it on 1st and goal.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Might be calling a hot route. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stopped short of the goal line.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
3rd and goal for the offense. Touchdown, Spartans! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Yeah, salt into a wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he tacks on the extra point. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. And they closed it going up top for the final few inches and the score.
Minnesota 14.
And he's going to bring this one out. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. To throw, it's Lindsey. Quickly complete. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Oh, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls.
And the Golden Gophers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Looking for a crease. It's Frazier. Past the 1st down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the 4th quarter. You know you need to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
From the 22 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll move the wide receiver. Scanning the field, it's Childs. He's going to take off. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Sparty! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he's not going to take the touchback. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14.
First and 10.
The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Going to sling it on second down. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24. Here we go. Right. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Turning it on. Headed to the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan State.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll run play action. Looking deep. Snags it inside the 20. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Looking to pass. It's Lindsey. Lets it fly. Pass is broken up. Incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
Hey, it's just been frustrating to watch the inconsistency of this guy at QB, man. You've got to be able to stay in rhythm in an offense and stay ahead of schedule. And he's had a moment and he threw a touchdown pass, but more consistency, more finding the open guys, delivering it to them, and keeping this offense on schedule.
Makes the grab. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. Some guys just have the pure talent to make the catch no matter how many defenders are around.
Yeah, Reese, he's a bit of a rule breaker because even when he's covered, he's open. And the quarterback knows that. He's going to find a way to come back to the football and help his QB out.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now on 2nd and goal. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Got stopped on 1st down. They'll try it again from the 2. Second down, he'll throw it. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
Yay, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll step out of bounds at the 16 and leave his offense with a long field in front. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Powers through the defender. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets him up to the 24.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want to do. Late in the ball game with the lead, establish the run, establish the physicality. And you know what helps? That clock up there, it continues to tick. So let's see if they choose to keep the ball on the ground and stay conservative and run that clock.
Oh, better look out!
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force-feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. They thought maybe they could get the defense flowing the wrong way on the counter, but they were not fooled.
Get them flowing one way and then maybe hit that outside on the other side, right? But they didn't even let it get...
Breaks into the open. Got the 1st down. Looking for more. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
This quarterback is making outstanding decisions so far in this game, and you've already seen it throwing the football. The guy already has over 200 yards passing, but he's doing it in the running game as well. Really good decision that time. Seeing nobody accounting for the pitch guy, you flip it out, you pick up a nice play offensively. Really good football IQ from the quarterback position.
Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield.